Americans have three at the top for the first time in nearly 8 years. When Justin Thomas won the CJ Cup last week for his 7th PGA Tour title, he moved to third on the world golf rankings, behind Dustin Johnson and Jordan Spieth. That marks the first time U.S. players have held the top three spots since the beginning of the 2010 season, when it was Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson and Steve Stricker. The big difference is in age. Woods was 34, Mickelson 40 and Stricker 43 at the time. The oldest player of the current top three is younger than Woods was at the time, the 33-year-old Johnson. Spieth and Thomas are both 24. Thomas also is clearly comfortable in flying over the Pacific Ocean to play in golf tournaments. He's now won 3 times in Asia, twice at the CIMB Classic in Malaysia, and at the CJ Cup in Korea, and twice in Hawaii, the SBS Tournament of Champions and the Sony Open. Thomas' only victories in the continental U.S. were his 2 in the late summer, the PGA Championship and the Dell Technologies Championship. On the clock, the European PGA Tour is so thrilled with having one golf tournament where players will be put on a strict timing system that they've incorporated the principle into the name. The Shot Clock Masters will be played June 710 at the Diamond Country Club in Austria, 1 week before the U.S. Open. The first player to hit in each group will have 50 seconds and each player after that will get 40 seconds. Any player going over that time will be hit with a one-stroke penalty. No warnings, and players who receive penalties will get red cards put by their names on the scoreboards. Players will be able to call a timeout twice during a round and the clock will be reset. European Tour officials estimate it will cut 45 minutes from rounds. Not only will it help combat slow play and reduce round times, it is also further evidence of our desire to embrace innovation, said European Tour Chief Executive Keith Pelley. Kuchar escapes another storm. Matt Kuchar and his family have had to evacuate their St. Simons Island, GA, home twice in the past 2 years, because of Hurricane Matthew in 2016 and Hurricane Irma in September. Apparently, he attracts the storms. Kuchar played in the Japanese Tour's Bridgestone Open earlier this month, taking his family with him to tour the country. But the tournament was cancelled after 2 rounds because of the approach of Typhoon Lan. Kuchar also was scheduled to play in the Turkish Airlines Open, but had to withdraw because of chilly relations between the U.S. and that country that has resulted in the suspension of non-immigrant visas. Kuchar is playing in this week's World Golf Championship HSBC Champions. PGA Tour China resumes after a 1-year hiatus. PGA Tour China will resume in 2018, with the PGA Tour and the China Golf Association reaching a 4-year agreement. These will be brand new tournaments, providing players with more opportunity to participate, as well as to establish a route for China golfers to get through and into the world stage of golf, said Zhang Xiaoning, president of the CGA, during a news conference. The development of golf tournaments here is not only helping the tour itself but also to help China develop better and more professional golfers and to raise the interest of our citizens to the sport of golf. 2 players from PGA Tour China reached the PGA Tour this year, Dou Zekang and Zhang Jinjin. They earned Web.com Tour status with their finishes on the PGA Tour China in 2016, then reached the PGA Tour by finishing among the top 25 on the Web.com Tour. The events in China will have minimum purses of about $225,000. PGA Tour event World Golf Championship HSBC Champions, Thursday-Sunday, Sheshan International Golf Club, Shanghai. At stake $9.75 million, purse $1.66 million and 550 FedEx Cup points to the winner. Defending champion Hideki Matsuyama. TV Golf Channel Thursday, 10 p.m. 4 a.m. Friday, Sunday, 11 p.m. 4 a.m. Area players entered: Brian Harman, Matt Kuchar, Hudson Swafford. Notable: Matsuyama shot 68 or better in each round with a closing 66, won by 7 shots over Henrik Stenson and Daniel Berger. Matsuyama and Dustin Johnson have combined to win the last 5 World Golf Championships. Phil Mickelson, Brooks Koepka, Justin Rose, Patrick Reed, Adam Scott, John Ram and Jason Day also are in the field. Event Sanderson Farms Championship, Thursday-Sunday, Country Club of Jackson, Mississippi. At stake $4.3 million, purse $774,000 to the winner. Defending champion Cody Gribble. TV Golf Channel Thursday-Sunday, 2:30-5:30 p.m. Area players entered: Blaine Barber, Jonathan Bird, Roberto Diaz, Harris English, Matt Every, Patton Kazire, Davis Love III, Drew Love, Steve Wheatcroft. Notable, the Love-Fatherson combination are playing together in a PGA Tour event for the fifth time this calendar year. Gribble shot 65 in the final round to beat Luke List and Greg Owen by 4 shots, but HASNT had a top 10 finishes since. LPGA Tour event Sime Darby LPGA Malaysia, Thursday Sunday, TPC Kuala Lumpur East Course. At stake $1.80 million purse $270,000 to the winner. Defending champion Shan Feng. TV Golf Channel Thursday, 69:30 p.m. Friday Saturday, 8:10:30 p.m. Sunday, 9 p.m. 12 a.m. Area players entered Marina Alex Choi. Notable Feng had weekend rounds of 6,467 and beat Susan Pedersen by 3 shots. PGA Tour Champions Event Power Shares QQQ Championship, Friday Sunday, Sherwood Country Club, Thousand Oaks, Calif. At stake $2 million purse $300,000 to the winner. Defending champion Tom Pernis Jr. TV Golf Channel Friday Sunday, 5:08 p.m. Area players entered Fred Funk, Vijay Singh. Notable, the field is the top 54 players on the Charles Schwab Cup points list, with the top 36 after the tournament advancing to the Schwab Cup in 2 weeks.